Welcome to Under the Onion Skin, the podcast to get closer to independent animation directors and get to know some behind the scenes of their short films. My name is Giulia, and each time I talk to a different director about a short film they made. With this podcast, I hope to be able to capture a glimpse of what I love mostly about festivals, to have something to listen to when we're back to our regular lives, but above all to celebrate beautiful films, talented artists and storytellers. Welcome to Under the Onion Skin. This is another episode that was recorded during the Swiss Animation Festival Fantoche in September 2023 in Baden. I met Suchana Saha and we talked about Dear Me, a short personal film painted on glass. In this episode, among other things, we talk about attending festivals, languages in film, introspective moments during lockdown, and following the flow during an experimental production. So
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You're from here, Switzerland?
No, I'm from Italy, but I moved here 5 years ago. So this is now my local festival. Is it the first time you come to Switzerland?
No, second time in Switzerland, but first time to Fantoche.
Okay. And how do you like it?
It's very pretty. I really like Baden, and this is like a proper Swiss place. I feel like I've been to Lucerne and all the touristy places, and it's very there is souvenirs and there's people act according to the tourist.
Yeah.
Here it's not like that. It's like their home, and I get to see their local nuances, which is nice.
It's smaller. Yeah.
It's small and it's cute. I like it. It's my kind of place.
That you like it. You already traveled quite a lot because you were in Annecy in June with this film, and
It got premiered in Busan Film Festival, actually Busan International Film
Yes.
Festival, which is like a very good festival. And then it was in Rotterdam, then it was in Dresden, Fribourg, then Annecy, then Zagreb Anima Fest. Then here, like this is the festivals I am traveling the film with.
Yeah.
Other than that, also there is like Canada, America. I could not go there because people did not pay me for the flight.
yeah, it's so
Very
a lot.
expensive, yeah.
But you managed to travel to all the festivals you mentioned before in Europe? Wow, that's already great, I think.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people asked me that, can you attend? I said, I don't have money to travel. If you can provide me the flight, I can travel.
Yeah.
So they were generous enough. Like, I would say people are nice, considering that, I can't afford. They provided me the flight, so I traveled. Not everyone. Rotterdam did not give, and didn't give. But most of them gave. Like this one, Fantoche is very good festival.
Yes.
They provided me flights also.
And where are you based?
I'm based in India.
Yeah,
India.
where?
I'm now from Mumbai, but my hometown is in Kolkata. I've been in Kolkata all my life. Just 1 year I moved to Mumbai because to find funds for my next film, to meet producers.
Yeah.
The money makers are all there. So I had to shift my base.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll shift back once I get the money, because my films are based out of Bangla, like my original mother tongue.
Yeah, in your film you switch between English and
Bengali.
what was the how did you make this choice, or how did you work around it?
So the thing is, I am very comfortable with English because in India we have so many languages. Our official language is English. After colonization happened, it's very natural. When my grandfather was working from East India for East India Company, and English was our very in thing. It's not a very alien. My first language is English.
Yeah.
My second language is Bengali, which is very weird. So I did not want to force myself all the Bengali words, because it's very sad in fact that I am forgetting Bengali words and I am remembering English words, which is in a way, I don't know. We are all into it. So it's the official language to communicate to everything, to other states, to other countries. So I did not force that in my film, that since I'm a Bengali I should just force all the words in Bengali, because most of the words I don't even know what is it in Bengali. So I kept it natural, how I talk, how Bengali and English mixed in my natural normal dialect. I wanted to keep it very organic
and this makes it even more personal, I feel.
Yeah, and honest, as much transparent as possible.
Yeah, you said transparent, and it's animated on glass,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, you paint on glass.
Paint on glass, yeah.
And you did it all by yourself, I guess.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yes. How long did it take you?
It took around 11 months. But see, I am not a glass animator. Like, I did not do it before, ever. I usually do, I'm a classical animator, like pencil on paper or pen tab. That is more my thing. I do it for my freelancing also, but paint on glass, because as you know, the transparency comes, and then paint on glass has this very beautiful thing of drawing it with fingers, and it's direct pouring of your emotion with your fingers.
Yeah, and it's very, I want to say intuitive, but what I mean is, of course, you cannot have key poses. It's more like a flow, right?
Yeah.
So it's really like a stream of consciousness. Also, the
Yeah,
voiceover you have, it's really like a personal monologue,
Yeah,
right?
it's a monologue. So it started as a poem, actually. I was writing poems during the lockdown.
Okay.
And then so many issues, so many things, childhood traumas, my loneliness. In lockdown, we all face this, we don't know where we are heading to. So this fear, existential crisis, and all these things burdened up. I did not know whom to tell so many things, and there is also some pleasant memories. So it's a mix of emotions, and I did not know whom should I tell so many things. So I just told everything to myself in a letter.
Yeah.
And filmmaking for me is a very therapeutic thing. Like, I feel very relieved after making it. I feel like something is out of my system, so I can move on to some next thoughts.
Yeah. It is like this with writing, right? You just put the thoughts down, and then you can detach from them and look them from afar.
Yeah, then and it's good that people are watching it in festivals, because they also have their own perceptions, and there's something like people are said me to before in festivals that I like how there are gaps in the film. We did not spoon feed us. They're like, we could fill in our own blanks. So that was a nice kind of interpretation, I think. Like, I did not. It's a very personal journey. There are elements which are just I know. So, like, one of my friend came to my house and saw my balcony railing and saw, oh, this is there in your film. I said, yeah. So I can't explain all the images or all the connotations of the images. It's very difficult, because it's my lifetime. But if people are connecting their way and feeling that, just I saw this guy is from Switzerland, so old, and he said that he couldn't connect with it. I was like, okay. I mean, I'd never thought while making it. I was just pouring out my emotions.
I think it's interesting, right, to see in festivals what kind of reactions you get, but also what kind of people you touch with your work.
It's very interesting to see that.
Yeah. But I'm curious from a technical level. I mean, I know that it was also for you the first time. What was the approach? Like, did you have a storyboard first, or did you just go with the flow? How did you animate it?
There was a storyboard and an animatics, but I did not follow much of it. I mean, because the soul was kind of missing when I was doing it very the mechanical way, or the production pipeline which I usually follow for other works. But here it was not working. This film is not like that. It's very, you have to let yourself loose and kind of flow in the journey. And while making it also, I had to loosen up myself. Can't be this is I should stick to. I made an animatics, but did not follow it. Then one of my professor actually gave me a very good advice that a production pipeline is for industry. You are expressing your emotion, forget everything, forget 3-act structure, forget hero's journey, forget what you have learned, just unlearn yourself and express.
Yes.
Be honest and express. So that the next day I went and I just took down my storyboard. I'm like, okay, let's start again.
Yes.
And it was very, very intuitive way of doing the film. Very different. I usually don't do like this. We are animators.
And how did it feel to try something new? Like, it was like an experiment.
Yeah. It was funny that after making it, I did not show it to anyone. I was like, what did I do? I was happy that it's over, but I was like, I thought it's not good, or it's not good. No, I thought it's not. I wasted a time. So I felt like that. So I did not show it to anyone for 4 months. I was like not sending it to festivals, not showing it to anyone, and then I showed it to one of my friends. She said, "What are you hiding? Why are you hiding this? Just send it to festivals. Don't judge yourself so much. Send it to festivals and see what people sing." Then I got the confidence that I should send it to festivals. But I did not understand while making it that it was good, or it was.
Yeah, and then
people
you
will
got
connect
to
with it.
Annecy and Zagreb.
Yeah, I would have regretted it if I have not sent it, because I thought this is a personal letter. I made this film for myself. That's it. I mean, I did not think about any festivals or anything, or it will come this far. I had no idea.
And does this make you want to try more of this technique, or to experiment more, or?
Technique, I don't know. Penton class is a very good medium. I would like to explore again more, because this time I know how it is. I've done, so I have more experience. But I actually do with the story. I mean, if the story needs 3D, I will even do 3D. I mean, even do VFX or whatever the story demands. I mean, focus on the story for me.
But did it open for you some doors, thinking more in an experimental way, or I don't know? Did it make you want to try again to follow the flow like that?
Like it gave me a confidence that I always had this underconfidence that I'm not a good painter, or I'm not a good we always have these complexes that I can't draw the figures nicely, it's not in proportion, the lighting is not good, this that, the technical nuances we get stuck in. After this film, I think I love drawing, I should just love to keep doing my work. That's the confidence I got, that I should continue and be patient, perseverant, and continue. That is the learning from this film.
It's a good takeaway,
Yeah.
Nice. So you worked on your own all the time. You didn't have helpers, collaborators, sound designer, producer?
No, sound designer.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I have a very good friend of mine, Shireen. She's from my same city. Now she's in LA, but we studied, not studied together, but even in nearby universities. And we had a mutual friend, we got connected, and we are working for 3 films together now.
Wow.
So she kind of understands me very well. She helped me with the sound design part of it. And there was another girl, Shruti, one of my junior. She came for how do I say, backing up my files. Like not every day, once in a week, she used to come and back up my files, and some assistant editing work she used to do. And it was lockdown, so everyone was in their own spaces. I was in a hostel, and no one was allowed to come and meet. So I used to leave, and she used to come and back up all the files from the. So it was we didn't even interact. I told her, messaged her, back up from folder. And she used to align the folders. This is this. This is this. So she was like a computer help.
Yeah. So you did have some collaborators, but never met
them. And they had very small parts. I mean, when I told them that you sound design obviously there, and Shruti, when I told her that you're a part of the team, she said, I did nothing. I said, no, you backed up my folder, so that's a work. It's a legit work, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, many productions during lockdown had to kind of work like that, so have teams but never meeting, remote work, etc. Yeah, creating different dynamics, I think, because it's from other interviews I got, directors say it worked, maybe sometimes it was even very good, but it's very different. You don't have the same kind of feedback that you would have if all the team was in the same room.
And it's also a very good energy if there are more people. And alone animating is it's so less another kind of piece, but it's also difficult. It's very difficult because even I remember in my previous film we all were walking together inside a room. It had friends and 5-6 people together, so we were playing music. We were it was fun. It was I did not understand how the journey went. In this 7-8 months I was
Yeah, because you have to keep up the motivation on your own.
And just push yourself and a
Yes.
film about myself, too much of myself.
Well, hopefully the next film is not going to be in lockdown. Do you like onions?
Onions.
Yes.
I like eating them,
Yeah.
but I don't like cutting them.
Yes. I can imagine why.
I don't know. It gives me my tears starts pouring, so I don't like cutting them. I ask my partner to cut it. I'm like, you cut it, I'll eat it. No, I do it, but it's if he's there, I prefer him to do it because I don't know. He doesn't cry. Why? I don't know. He doesn't cry.
Okay.
He has
Lucky him.
Yeah. Someone. She says it's not for everybody, or maybe he sometimes teases me that you're very weak. That's why onion also can make you cry.
Yes. And how do you like them? How do you like cooking them?
Cooking onions?
Yeah. How do you eat them?
Why do you ask?
Sorry, because the title of the podcast is Under the Onion Skin. And this is like, let's say, a reverse icebreaker. So at the end of the interview, to end in a silly way, I ask about onions.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It reminds me of onion skin in softwares.
Yes, that's why it's called like that.
Okay.
It's because I get under the skin of the director, but we talk about animation and also there are all these layers of, discussions when we get to talk about process, and I peel layers of the behind the scenes.
Wow, very nice. Very
That's the
interesting.
idea.
So yeah, we cook onions in the sense we have a lot of onions in our food.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of spices and onions. It's add on to our taste, the flavors. So we put it almost in everything.
As a first thing or not?
Yeah, we like in Indian cooking, it's like oil and then we put the onions in the oil. It's kind of fried and then we put the masalas and the
spices.
And the spices and then the chicken or whatever, the meat or if it's veg, then some vegetables and then the water and
So it's the first thing right before the spices.
Yeah, right before the spices.
That's interesting.
Or we have it sometimes raw also, like as salads.
I'll give you a sticker.
Oh, it's an onion sticker.
Yeah, kind of.
Wow, and it's you.
I don't know if it's me, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed this episode and that you will have the chance to check Suchana's work. As usual, you can find her and her work following the links in the show notes. This was Under the Onion Skin. Thank you for listening, and until next time, with another director and a short animated film. Ciao!